Let's talk about my new setup and why I was focused on this more than anything else. I think it was a call for a broken computer. That's what caused it. A broken computer. Desktop. Basically, the thing annoyed the living daylights out of me. What happened was, I think there's multiple occasions I brought up in a short. One was downloading a freebie game file from Rust, what I thought it was, because I've never done looter shooters that require private servers. I don't comprehend how to get a private server. They have this little thing where they have this little, we don't disclose to everybody how to make your own private servers this game unless you know how to be game engine artist or something. It's really difficult to, and basically I installed it on Steam, so. And then Steam came around. Oh yeah, that's not a real game file. That's a virus. So that could be one. Cause you know what it is. I wanted to be like design my own level engine or something, and that's why I thought I was clicking on. And I installed Steam or Steam Rust on Steam, and that's why I don't like the optimization of video games on consoles because it's a bunch of baloney. They're saying, these hacker hunters are gaslighting it, saying, yeah, we know this guy's talked about his computer crashing out loud, and that means he used a hack. No, it's called I got tricked into a hack for trying to start something up on a PC I hardly play on. What I'm doing right now is I got another laptop. What I'm going to do with that camera is I put it over here in front of my hands, and between two different inputs, I open a web file from there to this laptop and stream. This is how the setup is working. I'm trying to focus on setup and stream the games, and that's how I was talking about with the desktop. Is streaming games through multiple components, so it's a looper. And the other one was this PC was 5 years old, so there could be a bunch of other technical difficulties. Like Microsoft was declaring that they had a recent major corrupted file issue with a lot of people installing a new Microsoft's update. And I think I seen my ASUS flag it for caution when updating it. So it was like telling me to hold off on this update, but I still clicked on it anyways, thinking it would have a resolve of fixing itself as it goes instead of just completely just shuts down a whole unit. And the other reason, so yeah, I think when trying to reboot the computer, I had different RAM cards in it. I have too many different program. What's it called? Boot files. Probably too many different program files. Like I have Razer, I have LG, I have what I have on there: LG, Razer, Corsair, Asus. Too many different types of engines running into each other, and not just using one that came out with the Asus third party application, not turning them all off and just going through the Asus third party application. So yeah, that's what I had an issue with. What's the other one? So I think we're going on to the video where I show how I set up my room. I think this is where I just skip out. I want to think about with my computer. Just clean my room for like 15 hours, reorganize, still seen as dirty because that's why I call it the .0 setups, because I'm going to upgrade it as I go throughout the year based on me performing live streams, gaming, artwork. I'm going to eventually put in because I should have said that one until I actually start doing artwork. And what's the other one? Gaming artwork. Yeah, gaming artwork. Workouts, and yeah, outdoor stuff. Like I got these cameras where I can pull them outdoors and have an HDMI component signals and stuff. So I was working on an investment because I was doing a little bit of outdoor live stream, but it didn't look as high quality as the other streams. So I gotta be careful when representing it. It doesn't look like I boxed it in and making everyone stare at like a little box like this, and like and trying to imagine the fun and instead of bringing the fun to life factor. So here's the 4.0 setup, and okay. So I'm gonna just like mute that because I'm gonna delete this file. And as you can see, we got a room set up, and this is how in between like I did I put these on? We're starting to stream. Yeah, I put these on. In between putting this on, I'm testing my computer out because I have new ports hooked up. This is the other issue. If I even have an extra HDMI visual port hooked up, this the computer crashes. So that's the other issue I might deal with this computer. It's how many gigahertz it can process. So this is how I pull off the live stream before it even turns on. It's gonna require lots of because right now I already adjusted everything. Like I adjusted the lighting in my room even. I don't. This is what this thing. I don't want a bunch of lighting in my room. Actually wanted the lighting to the wall. I want a different color wall. I was working with a contractor on this, and that's why I didn't get the dream room I wanted. So I didn't get that dream design room I wanted. So, because he's too busy being eerie with me and irritable, and on a deadline, so I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't tolerate it. So this is me pointing out I got my wire management up to date a little more, so I can reach things at an elevation higher. Yeah, I had that. I've been messing up this commentary. Yeah. So the room, the lighting's too high. They prove these lightings are not healthy to be under. I even got these glasses to prove this is blocking a certain percentage. I'm not seeing the blue. I can see it from looking at a camera because it's blocking the percentage of blue lights. These lights are really high volume blue lights. They're blaring. They look like they're trying to laser beam you, like Superman getting hit by a crystal kryptonite blue crystal or whatever. Or I don't know what blue crystal will do for Superman, but I know blue lights are not good for people. Red lights are more better because less damaging to the eyes. So it's like that one's over my bed. So and his bed's too big, anyways. That's the other thing. Getting rid of the big bed, have more room. Changing the bed size up. Posters on the wall. I keep on closeting those posters. Reason why I kept books around. I look at art designs, ideas, even from the past or future, and I don't know. I think I hinted at a little artwork on the ground, but I think it's more related to everything. Everything's the same idea. It's choreographed, copied. Everyone has shares, fair to share. And there's a hint I might play a game in the future, Dark Souls. So this is how I usually set up the room through the okay. Set up the room through. And I don't like how I have to put up all these green screens because the color of the walls are not set for live streaming. Because I wanted to basically, if I turned on my green screen setting, it all these walls matched the green screen setting, and I have to adjust that. And they were trying to be irritable with me having that color being too dark, etc., etc. They were using superstition and paranoia, and because working behind the lines and helping them out, blah blah blah. When blue is a very harmful light. It's funny how this guy put a light over top of anywhere I set a bed, it'll be almost directly at my eyes, burning my eyes. So I'm trying to light in the more instead of let me release that energy gradually and slowly, and then go out, walk out into the sunlight, and get better sunlight energy from outside. So that's what I'm annoyed with in this video, is showing all those light angles are being blocked by makeshift shadings and covers. So yeah. And where we go with this is I go all the way down to here, this file. No. Yeah, Brio. I gotta click filters, gotta click edit, gotta click the Chrome key. Yes, I almost got it. Chrome key. And go back to color correction. Color correction. Now you have this setup, and I don't know if that's because it's sharp, or it's because the hue shift. No. So obviously, this is not to show all that. This is to be like, yeah, see how it's like really crazy to deal with. This is my Chrome key, so obviously I'm just focused on that. That's what I usually adjust sometimes. I'm looking to start a live stream back up. Looking to start a live stream up versus that's all based on more lighting, more vibration. Looks so you see how I have that balanced out a little bit. So when I shrink the screen, it won't be as noticeable. I believe I'm gonna probably have to move that camera away also. This is gonna be next to my hands, or it shows I'm actually playing the game. Versus someone else tries to start the game up and claim they're playing. I got all sorts of prizes, like being a part of an ad group and not being a bot. I have to actually confirm my identity for my ads, so I got so many viewers up based on my ads. So, should I just contrast more? If I make it look more dark. Still shows outlines of me. Yeah, so let's see. This is not to worry about this stuff. They have a way where they're gonna make it to where you can just have an automatic filter if you support this channel. Everyone's claiming they can do that. Have an automatic filter or buffer. So I've noticed everything looks really wavy. So you have this. I don't know if this will fix it at all or make it even worse. Then you have I have the go. Things you need to know, Linux tech. I thought Linux was just a learner source because I've been looking at Linux in between Microsoft after Microsoft crashed like that. It's not entirely their fault. I feel like somebody from another company is always testing a hack, and they'll make it like it's an accident, and then still blame it on a person for hacking and to make him infamous because that's the way they like to do this stuff anymore. So revoking my computer for trying to assume I opened a dang game file just to build a map for somebody's too hard to find in a Steam engine server game versus it could have been from, because I had it on Microsoft, it was spotted the least fastest. because all they'll tell you is to reboot your computer and clean everything before your computer crashes. And I'd have to remove every hardware piece that's not part of the original factory default setting before it crashed too many times in a row. Let's see. I was gonna go to here. This is, as you see, we got our game file. I got this little picture here. Is when a game starts, it'll be in this location, and it'll be linked to all these channels. Windows AFK. So it'll be linked to all these channels here we have, and yeah, that camera's further over now. I just noticed because I'm like further over this way now. We have a video I'm watching. So not smaller now. You notice it's not as vibrant as anymore, but it's still there. I was watching tips on other computer engines because I don't want to just live off one computer engine my whole entire life. I'll still have another over another. But yeah, this is how you'll see in my little Twitch here have like this icon, this character. And over here is where this Twitch is actually being loaded through an encoder through my PC. So this is a 20-minute video. I'm gonna go back to this. Darn, I'm still amateur level. It's presenting myself on ads through Logitech and mostly Logitech, PlayStation controllers, Xbox controllers, NVIDIA Gamma graphics through splitter or switcher, 8K switcher, 8K graphics, banked graphics. Without having asked for the high-end graphics. Let's see. So I clicked on these. I'm seeing where this is coming from. So we got auto exposure. Should I put on auto exposure? Looks a little more. I just clicked on it. So, yeah, because this is like too close now, so it's doing that every time. We got auto exposure. And would that be through focus? Autofocus? So you get auto exposure and autofocus through the Logitech camera settings itself. And turn that on and off. You're like, ta-da, it's more or less light, but now it's vibrant. So ISO adds visual noise. So I add this up. It's actually opposite of what it's saying. That's funny. It's actually funny. That's opposite of what it's saying. See, that's the visual noise through camera correct. Yeah, see how it adds more noise if it's too dark already as it is? It mixes it dark too much with light. Like, oh look, it's almost there. So we got focus auto, focus exposure. I know. It's very difficult to fix it. See, look at that, it's like blurp. This is what I deal with when I'm trying to start a live stream up. I make this live stream look less valuable. So this is how I'm showing I start the stream. At the same time, if I had these settings correctly, I wouldn't have to focus on them as much if I turn that off. So I go, auto, no. And as you see, I have these little blocks everywhere. So I usually try to block interactions with people on my live stream, including their gamer tags that pop up when I'm live streaming. So, learning how to move blocks around and everything without having to do this on a live stream. So that's why I've been pointing out why I've been showing off the setup is timing of the blocks and leveling them up and everything. Music and background. Obviously, if I play copyright music and I become any affiliate or sort of a promoter of something, brand, uh, it's gonna require me. I should see. I don't even know what I'm clicking on. This is why I gotta be careful when I start a live stream. Also, this is my example of being careful when I start a live stream because I'm looking at like filters and trying to figure out where could I get rid of this. See, it's not as visible now. It seems to make it stronger. Smooth. See, everything is backwards when it comes to Chromecast. It's like, oh, now it's smoother. Now you can be seen through everything. Oh, now you're a different looking color. It's fun to play with these settings, but it's not gonna do when I'm trying to do a video edit. So please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be upgrading things like this less throughout the stream. This is what I'm just like on display tier, testing tier. I'll get better at video tier or pro content creator because I don't think a lot of people are pros. I think a lot of people they'll fall in the ego category once they start becoming a pro. See, that's green up there. That is obviously why that's probably gonna start making me look like I'm disappeared if I was sitting the wrong angles. Like, that's kind of glowing green. It's like, oh, when you use your camera, but then you use Chromecast and it cuts off, starts bouncing off all the slightest reflections. Oh, you have reflections in the background, but it's gonna bounce off of them. So they said to always work on this before start up a stream. Always work on your sound before start up stream and your video content. So this is what I'm just showing on a delayed course before going into a live stream today. When this video uploads, it might be already edited with the links to go into the live streams and other channels. Below the title description.